here at PUMA, we are not just a football brand, but we are a sports brand, right? So we are also working on different types of products next to the football shoes, running shoes, track and field, other type of products. And the last two and a half, 2 years, we've been really investing a lot and massively into foam development, foam engineering, and our nitro foam is today what we see the best foam in the industry that we are having. It is us, being able to take this to the next level. And why? Is because today we have the capabilities through our engineering labs and partners to really design the foam on a micro level. So that's the level we are looking at. We are engineering the foam on a cell level. Fast forward now to the world of football. Today football is all about speed also. Getting quicker to the ball, getting quicker to the goal, exploding, linearly, but also changing direction. And so part of the process of innovation is also looking sideways and looking therefore at other ingredients and see if those ingredients could help to turbocharge an existing product. So we have the vision and we are trying at the moment the idea of infusing nitro into the Ultra and then building therefore a completely new architecture. Still keeping the integrity of the Ultra with the carbon plate, with the power, with the carbon plate, with the speed studs, but again having nitro helping supporting this explosivity. Similar, but therefore engineered completely differently on the future, where the construction therefore is different. The plate is closer to the foot, the nitro foam is thinner, and is actually trapped between the studs and the plate to give you an adaptation level of each different studs and giving you that ability to really connect with the ground to change quicker direction. This is part of the innovative process with our colleagues, and then getting insights, getting input from science, creatively answers with solutions. This is some of the solutions we are looking at, getting into testing, learning, and see how this will influence the future projects. We are at a phase where you have the chance, you are the first one guys here to see this. Prototypes are brand new. We start to test with athletes, and for some of you, you have the chance also to give it a try and give it also some feedback. So yes, interesting journey. We see where it goes. I have many favorites, but I think if there is one above everything, and that was with Steph and Dom, where I think we showed the courage of the brand also, was the first future, the NetFit. In that process there, every other brand and players outside was looking at a certain story, a certain type of product and technology to do this. Of course we were looking at that, but the fact that we spend time with our athletes and players and understand what their true needs are, and in that case was the fit, and then giving them another approach to that, was really deep, and we had the courage to go with our conviction and our understanding. And I think this was a big breakthrough for us to really show how serious we are on one side, but also again how courageous we are. We know the sport, and therefore we are going with our conviction. Here at PUMA, our vision for excellence in performance is, higher than ever. And the ultimate vision we have here at PUMA is fusing really the world of the best performance with something that has, the least impact on the planet. That's the long-term mission, and we are on it. That's a very interesting question, because personally I've been working also with other brands also somewhere, and then I remember all this race for lightweight. So let's do a parallel here. Is if today you build the lightest race car ever and you are not considering the other aspect like the suspension, your brakes, the engine, the stability, the grip, do you think you will be the first at the end of the race? Maybe not. So this is also the learning from our side here is pushing things to an extreme. You have to do it because this is how you learn, but it doesn't mean that's your ultimate solution. The right and the best solution most often is the one that considers every aspect of performance, and like an equalizer, being able to tune it accordingly and to get the best outcome of this.
So it's an interesting question, because the way we want to see it is that we have a bit of a muse for each of the franchise, but also eventually it's really down to you as a player and also your foot type, because when you're really pragmatic, there's the nice story about So future, we see that very much about the artist, the player that is there to entertain the people around. With Ultra, it's really about the competitor, the guy who really wants to win the score, all about titles. And then with King, it's sort of the engine of a team, is sort of the guy who is really driving everyone to be playing a better football all together. The team comes first type of thing, the guy who has a vision. So that is very, very interesting, because we definitely also very proud of where we come from, and PUMA is the first player really in the world of football. We have the longest history. So we always look back at what we've done, but we're also very, very much looking ahead and working very, very closely with our innovation team. It's really sort of one team where we work together on constantly bringing newness. So we always look at what is in the past, but I would also say that with the new Ultra, we really took a whole step forward. So from a spirit of getting players faster, yes, there is an inspiration. The execution is really brand new. Looking at from especially the outsole, completely new stud configuration and stud positioning, that really is something like has never seen before, and a real big piece of innovation. So more than jump in anytime, but more than comfort, we really like to think of fit in it. It's a slight difference, but a very, very important one, because I think Future offers a unique sensation when you step into it, has always done, you're right, from the get-go. Really having that ability to have the boot mold around your foot and therefore completely forget about it, and really enable you to liberate, free your own creativity on the pitch. And I think that has always been a key element of Future, and will remain a core part of the DNA. So really having a shoe that, as much as we can, adapts to your foot to free your playing style.
And keeping fit as the main element, I think, going back all the way to net fit, but even now with power tape and how you can wear the shoe, you can wear the boot with laces, without laces. So it's really about a boot that really hugs your foot in the right way and you feel comfortable, be it with, without laces. We put all the ingredients in there to have the most adaptive fit for every player. So the women's fit is actually, it's an adaptation that we make onto the unisex fits for each one of our franchises. So we started with Ultra in 2021, we went to Future 22, and then King in 23. So all three franchises have it. And what we do there is we continue with the overall width or fit of each of the shoes. So in Future, we're talking more of a neutral one. In King, it's a little bit of a wider one and a little bit more of a narrow for the Ultra. And what we do there is, because of course female players also have different feet, right? So some have a bit wider, a bit more neutral, and a bit narrower. So what does that mean? What we've looked at is that there were three main areas in which there are main differences between the typical female foot and the typical male foot. It's the volume on the forefoot, it's the volume on the midfoot, and also a lower instep for the female player. So that's exactly what we've adapted on every single one of the franchises. So ultimately, yes, they will still fit different because every single franchise fits different. However, they are more adapted to the typical female foot. And all of these ingredients are ingredients that we're already looking for the next evolution of the women's fit, while continuing, of course, with the base, which is how that shoe should really hug your foot and have you not really think of anything else but just the game that you play on the pitch.